Right here with Beret, is that how you say?
Yes.
Berets Brill from. Would you consider yourself from Slab City?
Yeah, I'm from Slab City.
Because
this is the suburbs, I guess is what we call it. But,
right.
But I mean, I'm very much a member of Slab City. I live in Slab City.
Right. Yeah, because this is not. I know that this is not considered actually Slab City.
This is not. I mean, I don't live in Slab City property, but I go into Slab City and I trade in there. I barter in there. I help people in there. I do lots of things in there. You know, that's part of my. It's my community.
Yeah.
The water boy lives out here too. You know,
right.
He lives right 2 houses down from me. You know, like this is all still considered Slab City. You know,
right.
It really is. It's just the outskirts, I guess you call it.
So how long have you been over here for?
I've been here in this spot for 2 years, 2.5, but I've been on the canal here for about 7. I moved because of me and my ex-girlfriend didn't get along, and I just let her take that place down there, and I moved into this place down here. And I started building this one here, and this is just a new spot I've been building on for about 2 years. So
did you meet Cuervo?
Yeah, Quervo was the one to kick this all down to me. I was the first person out on this canal. The only person out here before me was Quervo. And when he went to Mexico, he kicked this down to me and a couple other friends, and they didn't want to move here because they already had places, and so I moved here. I
remember Cuervo. I would always see him down in Island with horses, two horses.
Yeah. He's still a tough old man. I mean, he's getting it.
Where is he at right now?
I think he's back in Calexico.
Oh, okay.
I've talked. He came here. He came back for a little bit into his house down there. It's like it's an old motel that is I don't know. Like I when I went in there, I paid a couple guys $1 to watch my stuff, you know, my car and all that, and or whatever. And then they just like it's like helping them, and they help you. You know what I mean?
Right. Is it down in Mexicali or Calexico?
It's in Mexico.
Oh, it's in Mexico. I thought you said
it's in Mexico.
Okay,
it's like right across the.
Yeah, it's Mexicali. Okay.
Yeah.
So he's there because I heard that he was like in Tijuana, San Diego.
He might be there too now, man. Because I haven't talked to him in a minute. He moves around a little bit. But last I knew, he was down in Mexicali. But things might change. I don't know. As far as I know, you know, he came here for a minute. He wanted to stay back in Slab City, and he wanted to go back to where he was at the old hut. Yeah. And I don't know what happened because that's not my spot. That's not my spot no more. It's Torres, and she like put him to work, and I don't know. I didn't dig that, but because he should have just had rights, you know, because he built it.
Right.
I mean, I would have just told him he could stay there, you know what I mean?
But
but it wasn't my spot anymore, so I didn't have any control over that. And he didn't come down here because I don't know. He ended up getting into it with them down there, and he just left. I don't know exactly what happened. I can't really state because I wasn't there, but. Yeah, Cuervo's a good dude, a good friend of mine. I like him. He's for the most part, he's top shelf. You know, he doesn't do anything to hurt nobody. He's a good dude. Yeah. He used to grow pot down there.
Oh, okay.
Like nice plants.
So what was his camp? Because he made a camp here, right? Was it the Goonies?
Well, Goonies is what it was before Goonies.
Okay.
Goonies was my camp,
right.
And I let them move into it, and then they started doing shit I didn't like. And I was in the process of throwing them out.
Yeah, okay.
So, but get down. And what happened was a shame. Because I don't even know exactly what happened. I just know that what was said that happened.
You talking about the Debo situation?
Yeah. And that was all bad. You know, that wasn't nothing I wanted to happen. And,
right.
And, but that Cuervo, that's the spot that he had. That's where he had built the hut. He's got a mud hut he built.
So he created that originally?
Yeah, and then I just like started building onto it.
So then, when did that Devo thing happen? Like, so he made it, then Devo moved in, or what?
No, he made it. I moved in, and I did some work to it, and then Mike came in with his. He had YouTube following,
right?
And he had a lot of people donating money and stuff.
Okay.
So that's where a lot of the improvements got made down there was with Mike, and then, you know, and I liked it, you know, as far as the improvements go, you know, and you know, there was a lot of little things that helped out, but then I didn't care for Mike's attitude, you know, like the way he was treating people and stuff. And me and him had issues over that, and I was in the process of telling him to get the hell out when all that went down. The sheriff came out, and it was just like, whoa, you know, because I didn't expect any of that. And then he went to jail, and I moved, you know, I still stayed there. I was living right there with it. My RV was right there, right out front. This RV here was out front at that time down there, and I moved it. But He screwed everything up, man. Screwed everything up. Because I mean, he had a lot of followers, a lot of people trying to help, and support, and then all of a sudden that bad stuff happened, and it's bad. It's bad for our publicity. It's bad for everything. I mean, nobody wants that kind of stuff around. But yeah, that was my place originally, and then like I said, he moved in there, and I let him. All that shit happened. He moved out, and I kept the place, and I was there for years before I moved here, and I just moved down here, like I said, two and a half years ago. But Cuervo built the mud hut. It's like the walls are like a hay bale length long ways. That's how thick the walls are when he built it. And he built it where it's like 10 foot around. I don't know if you've ever been in it.
No, I've never been in it. I need to go.
I could get it arranged when you go down there and see it.
Awesome.
It's a really beautiful hut he built.
Okay.
It's all out of mud and whatnot and stuff like that. So he did a really good job. That was something that I would be proud of. That's why I said that he built it. He should be allowed back there. But other than that, everything else that was there is built afterwards. He didn't have all that done. I did all that. I made the tree like it looked like a house. Like had rooms in it and stuff. And we put a lot of work into it. But as you see, I'm putting a lot of work into this place too. So it's just wherever you live. You do whatever you got to do to make it where it's your home. Customize it.
Last night you were telling me something interesting about you wouldn't want your kids to come over here to Slab City. Like it's advertised like a place for young people.
This is a place for people that they want to come find themselves. But I wouldn't recommend like your kids to come here to party and to come have, because the drugs are so easy. This is right on the border. Drugs are so easy to get. Like I wouldn't want my daughter here getting around that. I wouldn't want my kids around that stuff. I would want to try and keep them as close to safe as I could. Like that's just not where you want your kids at. I'm not saying it's an unsafe place for kids, because I know that I know there's people here raising their kids, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, they got to be extra cautious though. You can't just let them go out and do whatever. You gotta watch your kids. This is not. I'm not trying to say it's not safe for kids, because that all depends on the parent and how they. If you don't allow your kid to go certain places, then they're not going to be in danger. But there are things out here that are dangerous. There's people out here that are dangerous, that we don't even know who they are. We try to look around and see who's around us, but I can't tell who you are by looking at you, and I can't tell that you're a child molester or a killer, or I can't. But it ain't no different out there. I mean, your neighbor could move in and he could be the same thing. If he hasn't been already caught for being a chomo or something, he could be one still. It doesn't mean he's not. So I don't think there's any safety anywhere in the world anymore as far as that goes. It's all upon what you allow your kids to do. I just wouldn't choose for my kids to be out here learning things. There's a lot of things out here to be learned that probably wouldn't be best, That's my opinion. I wouldn't say anything bad about any parents that are out here. I know that I know the parents out here that they're raising their kids, and I know them for a fact to be good parents. They're not trying to hurt their kids. And I'm not saying that they would be hurting their kids. It's just that this is a real tough place, and it's not for everybody. If you was to raise your kids with an understanding of what's going on out here and that there's dangers out here, they could be safe, to where they wouldn't have things going on, but they would definitely have to know where to and not to go. You wouldn't want your kids going to a camp that's known for doing drugs all night long, and then expect them not to be, because if they're hanging around people that do drugs all night long, they're going to do drugs. So that's all on the parent and watching their kids. But as far as this is an overall general place, as far as safety goes, it's not the safest place in the world. It's not where I would want to be bringing my kids to learn things. I would teach them other things.
So what do you think about, because you mentioned this earlier at the beginning of the conversation, like publicity, tourism. Do you like that there's tourism going through here? Do you want more? Would you like more?
It doesn't really matter to me. I personally ain't big on the tourism. I'm not out there, trying to put myself out there to get the attention. But there's a lot of people here who like it. Yeah. And to be honest with you, the money that comes from it sure isn't hurting people.
Right.
Exactly. There's no money. There's no money down here. There's not a lot of anything. There's no jobs. You can't go out and find a job in the traditional manner. Like I go out and find work, but it's really, I have to go out and talk to everybody I know And all them people, I might come up with some kind of work out of all of it. But there's a lot of walking and a lot of hanging out and just kind of shooting the shit with people to get to the point where you can find those jobs. It's not just, hey, I need a job, and you just get it. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot more work. There is work out here. You know, you can dig holes, you can do all kinds of things for people, but we're gonna work for it. I mean, I guess that's anywhere, but here I think it's a little harder to make money. There's definitely nothing wrong with people getting paid to show people things. I mean, if that's what people want to see, then by all means, I don't see anything wrong with people getting paid to show them it. I don't personally do it. It's just, I guess I don't, it's not because I think there's anything wrong with it. I just don't personally like to be
out there.
Yeah, I just ain't all that worried about trying to get attention on me, you know. There's people here that really like the attention. They love it, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, if you like attention, get on.
So the more tourism, the better for Slab City.
Yeah, there's going to be more money. There's no money here, so it's not hurting.
So
anybody.
then there needs to be good, positive publicity.
Yeah, but I would prefer that everybody was honest about what's going on out here,
Right.
and I don't want people to think that, like this stuff where we talked about last time, you know, the lawless, it's not
Right.
lawless. There's cops that go everywhere, all around here, and then they patrol, and they will put you in jail. The laws are the same here as they are anywhere else in the United States. You know, there's no everything's the same. If anything, they're probably a little more stricter on some things because they know there's problems here. You know, like the drug problem and stuff. So they're strict. I mean, like they see something coming, they see something that looks fishy, they're going to go and they're going to address it. So I mean, it's definitely not lawless. It's not the last free place because it costs you everything. Costs you. I mean, it's just not free. I don't think there's anything free anywhere though. I mean, you might say I don't pay no taxes. I pay taxes every time I go to a store. You know what I mean? There's tax on everything. There's just taxes on everything. I don't pay taxes on the land I'm staying on, but the land I'm staying on is totally barren. You know what I mean? There's no utilities. There's no running water. You know, all that stuff I have to work for it. So I got running water, my toilet flushes and all that, but that's because I did it. You know what I mean? It's not. So you think about it. You move into a house, the toilet's all set up, and all you got to do is flush your toilet. I moved into a barren piece of land. I had to put the tank up in the air. I had to run the pipe. I had to put the toilet in. I had to mount everything. So now, is that free?
I don't know.
No, that's a lot more work, ain't it? So I mean, there's nothing free. That's how I see it. This is expensive. This is a lot of money and a lot of effort that most people wouldn't do. They would say I'm crazy for doing all this. You know what I mean? But I prefer to live like this. That's a personal preference. It's nothing more than that. I could take the same amount of money that I'm putting into this place and go live in San Diego and do just fine. I mean, I could do the same things. I could go to the temp services there or whatever, you know, they have to get jobs, and I could do the same thing and probably have an easier time. You know what I mean? Because there's not much work out here. So everything out here is more work. It's harder, but if you like that kind of lifestyle, then you're going to be fine. But if you don't, then you're not going to be all right. The people who come out here and have the hardest time are people that are thieves, you know, because you can steal from people, but it's only going to be maybe a few times, and people are going to catch on to you, and then you're going to deal with the hardest time of your life out here. You know what I mean? Because we'll hunt you down, we'll make your life hell.
Right.
So it's not